Hello folks, today I am starting a video series on AWS, that is Amazon Web Services Cloud Computing. Before going in the different services offered by AWS, it's good to understand what is cloud computing, what are the benefits of cloud computing, what are the types of cloud computing, and what are the services offering in cloud computing. So let's go to the cloud computing section first. Cloud computing is a web service that offers different types of services over the internet. For example, servers, applications, databases, websites, data storage, and networking resources. Everything can be delivered via cloud. You probably use different cloud based applications every day. For example, your mails like Gmail, Hotmail, Google Drive, OneDrive, these all are different examples of cloud computing applications, right? Cloud offers faster and flexible deployments. For example, you need a server, right? You just go to your cloud provider's console, you just provision a server, that's it. You don't have to think about underlying resources like whether you have free computing resources are available, free memory is available or not, even storage is available or not, right? Which is not easy on on-premises deployments. You have to look out for hardware first, followed by racking and stacking everything, right? Even if you are provisioning on any virtualized infra also, in that case you have to check the free resources first, and if not, then first build a new virtualization host and then provision your server. So you can say cloud has faster and flexible deployments, right? And at last, you have to pay only for the services you use. For example, if you have deployed a server, you will be charged for that server only. You don't have to pay for the underlying infrastructure maintenance. That is the responsibility of your cloud provider only. Okay, now the question is why cloud computing, right? Cloud computing has lots of benefit. Few of these are productivity, costing, global scaling, and obviously reliability. Let's start with productivity. On-site data center typically requires a lot of racking and stacking, hardware setup, software patching, and other time-consuming IT management tasks, right? Cloud computing removes the need of many of these tasks. So IT team can spend times on achieving more important business goals. Now let's go to the costing part. Cloud computing eliminates the capital expenses of buying hardware and software, setting up and running on premises data centers, the racks of the servers, round the clock electricity for power and cooling, the IT experts for managing the infrastructure, right? And if I talk about the global scaling, we can deliver the right amount of IT resources at the right time whenever it is needed. For example, more or less computing power, storage bandwidth, and obviously from the right geographical location also. Last but not least, reliability. Cloud computing makes data backup, disaster recovery, and business continuity easier and less expensive because data can be mirrored at multiple redundant sites on the cloud providers networks itself, right? So let's go to the next part, that is types of cloud computing. So there are three types of cloud computings. The first is public cloud, the second one is private cloud, and the third one is hybrid cloud. So let's go with the public cloud first. Public clouds are owned and operated via third-party cloud service providers, which delivers their computing resources like servers, storage over the internet. For example, Microsoft Azure, Amazon Web Services, Google Platform, and many more are the type of public clouds. With the public cloud, all hardware, software, and other supporting infrastructure is owned and managed by cloud providers only. You access these services and manage your accounts using a web browser. Let's go to the private cloud section. Private cloud is defined as computing services offered either over the internet or a private internal network and only to selected users instead of general public access, also called an internal or corporate cloud. Private cloud computing gives business many of the benefits of public cloud. For example, self-service, scalability, elasticity, with an additional control and customization available from dedicated resources. In addition, private cloud delivers a higher level of security and privacy through both company firewalls and internal hosting to ensure operations and sensitive data are not accessible to third-party providers. In private cloud, company's IT department is completely responsible for the cost and accountability of managing the infrastructure. So private clouds require the same staffing and management and maintenance expenses as traditional data center ownership. Now let's go to the hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud is a computing environment which combines a public cloud and private cloud, right? When computing and processing demands fluctuates, hybrid cloud computing gives business the ability to seamlessly scale their on-premises infrastructure up to the public cloud to handle any overflow without giving third-party data center access to the entirely of their data, right? Organizations gain the flexibility and computing power of the public cloud for basic and non-sensitive computing tasks while keeping the business critical applications and data on premises safely behind a company firewall. Okay, so these were the types of cloud computing, right? Now let's talk about the types of cloud services offerings. First is IaaS, that is infrastructure as a service. The second one is PaaS, that is platform as a service, and the last one is SaaS, that is software as a service. So this is the comparison list of all the three services offerings, even on premises also. So in this sheet, you can see the green part and some yellow part. Green part is managed by cloud providers, right? And the yellow part is managed by us, which means customers. So on premises, everything we have to take care. Either that is physical infrastructure, network, storage, virtualization, operating system, application, data, service configuration, everything needs to be taken care by us. In infrastructure as a service, cloud providers take care of physical infrastructure, network, storage, and virtualization. Now, which operating system you need, which application you want to install, what are the different data, and what is the service configuration you have to take care. In the platform as a service, what cloud providers take care of physical infrastructures, networks, storage, virtualizations, and even operating systems. Now you only need to take care of the application configuration, data, and then service configuration. And if I talk about software as a service, there you have to take care of only the data and service configuration. In this part, even application is being managed by cloud providers. Okay, so let's go with some examples. Deploying a server in the cloud is an example of infrastructure as a service because you have to select the operating system, and then after that, on top of that operating system, you will install an application, you will have some data, and you will configure your services, right? If I talk about platform as a service example, then databases are the very good example for platform as a service. There, cloud providers take care of operating system and patching and everything. They just give you the console of databases, right? And then you have to take care of the application configuration, upload your data, and service configuration. Software as a service example is O365 mails. There you just have to configure your services and just upload your data, like migrate the user mailboxes from on-premises Exchange servers to the O365.